The Hajj is the greatest Mecca pilgrimage, which all Muslims must make it at least once. Stay with us to learn some of the secrets and symbols of this ritual. I am Daniel Bernuzzi, a film director passionate about psychical and spiritual journeys. Previously, I have presented the types of pilgrimage to Mecca and the details of the smaller pilgrimage, Umrah. The Hajj covers 6 days and several locations around Mecca. I have to enter the sacred state by stating my intention, batching and wearing the specific ihram, which this time can be done at your designated residence in Mecca. The morning of the 8th day of the Arabic pilgrim month of Dhul al-Hijjah, the 12th month of the Islamic calendar, is the first day of the Hajj and the only day it can start. The bus is driving us to the tents at the place called Mina.
Alhamdulillah Hajji.
Alhamdulillah. جزاك الله خيرا.
ربنا يتم عليكم بالعافية والسلامة ونرجعكم لأهلكم سالمين غانمين يا رب العالمين.
Allah is the Arabic name for God. It derives from the root al-ilah, meaning the absolute eternal God. All etymological explanations for the word have in common the meaning of love. The Quran gives 99 names or attributes of Allah, such as the Creator, the Just, the Most Merciful, the Ever-Forgiving, the Wise, or the Loving One. Allah is the same God to whom the Prophet Abraham bowed, as well as the Old Testament prophets and Prophet Jesus, peace be upon them.
Aici toți au lăsat clasele sociale deoparte. Toți avem decât ihramul pe noi, care constă în două materiale albe. Și după cum vedeți, toți stăm în aceleași porturi, aceleași saltele, dacă sunt saltele, aceeași mâncare. Toți am devenit egali în fața lui Allah.
Poți să alte chestii care nu-i voie să te enervezi, trebuie să ai multă răbdare,
exact.
Și nu e ușor și de fapt e un test în fiecare minut, suntem testați cu tot felul de încercări, în psihic cel puțin, și toate condițiile astea grele cred că te duc și te
împiși în pielea celui care este sărac.
There are over 100 tents in Mina covering many square kilometers. There are about 7 kilometers to Mecca. Here, pilgrims prepare for the day of Arafat, and there is an evening sermon. After a night in the tent in Mina, the morning announced a hot day. Temperature exceed 40 degrees as we head for Mount of Arafat.
Cum știm că ne-au primit sau nu?
Cum știm că ne-a primit sau nu? În momentul când te vei întoarce acasă și se va schimba viața ta, vei fi mai bun. Asta e un semn mic sau mare, de bine că s-a primit Hajj. Și noi întotdeauna să credem în Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala că ne-a primit.
Arafat means deeper knowledge embraced by the sins. It is the most important part of the pilgrimage, symbolizing man's upbringness before the Creator. Arafat is a staging of the great assembly on Judgment Day, when all people will rise from the dead and come to the place of judgment. Arafat is a place where we follow Adam, who recognized his mistakes and repented. It is best place for praying as much as possible. During these days, prayer is the main activity. To make sure I won't omit anything, I think on my life, my sins, my feelings. In most religions, sin is defined similarly: harboring, ill thinking, gossiping, slandering, boasting, hating, lying, killing. Often thought we let fear control us and replace love. We grow mean and hateful. In time, this darkens our soul and our mind. Negative feelings become our fuel. They control our life even as we think we are on the right track. I find it hard to understand how we gradually turn love into hate while thinking we are doing God's will. This is our hardest fight, the spiritual fight with our own soul. In Arabic, it is the fight which is called jihad. One thing I learned on this pilgrimage is that this journey gives us time to reflect through a simple, modestly lifestyle. In this place, charged with energy to do some introspection and take measurements against our negative feelings, through forgiveness, grace, humbleness. We can take a sincere look at our ego and truly realize that death is near, and that these few years on earth are just a trial. The sky grew dark and it is started raining. They say here rain is blessing.
Subhanallah, în mijlocul deșertului. Subhanallah, subhanallah, în mijlocul deșertului. Subhanallah,
Uite cum stau toți. Nu mai are nicio umbrelă.
I withdrew in the tent to continue my reflections on life. After the evening Isha prayer, we go to the place called Muzdalifah.
Romania! Haide, Dani, haide. Haide că nu timp de filmat acum.
لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك.
Spending this night at Muzdalifah symbolizes our consciousness, making a clear distinction between good and evil. Here we spend the night in the open and gather stones to throw at Satan, Shaitan in Arabic.
Şimdi kaç tane taş toplayacak? Adam başı gitti taş. Gitti taş.
70.
70 ha?
Da.
Unul yoksa două. Unul yoksa două yoksa unul 70 ha?
If I thought the tents in Mina were uncomfortable, here I understand it can always get worse. I feel blessed. I lay there enjoying every minute, knowing we will leave after the dawn prayer. After the prayer, we head for Mina, where we join the freeway of pilgrims, which pierces the mountains leading to the place called Jamarat. I feel a ball of energy growing in my stomach, flooding my chest with a warmth that spreads into my fingers and toes. Suddenly, my body feels weightless. My weariness is gone. I feel only joy and love for everyone around me. My legs move on their accord. We walk at the same pace come from all over the earth. It is as if we are one. After about 7 kilometers, we approach the Jamarat pillars. Shaitan comes whisper evil to us, or worse, through the people who came into contact with us. This ritual symbolizes man's fight against evil and those inner desires which have turned evil. Today is the first day of Eid al-Adha holiday by its Arabic name. Next is the hair cutting, then I can take off the ihram clothing. I will then visit Al-Haram Mosque and do the tawaf and Sigh as I did it for the Umrah pilgrimage. Inside Al-Haram Mosque lies the Kaaba, according to the Quran, the first house of God built by man, rebuilt by the Prophet Abraham and his son Ismail. The first time I saw Kaaba, I felt such inner peace that it made you want to look at it forever. They say the Kaaba softens souls and is the heart of the earth, and man's heart is Kaaba. Just as we circle the Kaaba in our pilgrimage, so should each of us constantly explore their heart and the hearts of the others, by showing love, respect, care, grace, by giving advice for good deeds and leading away from bad deeds. After the tawaf comes the Sigh, inspired from the story of Ismail's mother, Hagar, who ran between the hills of Safa and Marwa, which are near the Kaaba, also inside Al-Haram Mosque. It signifies the effort one must make to fulfill the goal of one's existence. The Quran says, "He is the one who created death and life, in order to test which of you is best in deeds. And He is the Almighty, all-forgiving." We are solely responsible for our lives. We shouldn't blame others. I am not wearing ihram clothes, but the Hajj is not over. We will stay in the tents at Mina for 3 more nights, until the Fajr prayer, and return to Jamarat to keep throwing pebbles at Shaitan. The story of this ritual came from the Prophet Abraham, the one in the Old Testament, and symbolized the strength of his faith when the Creator asked him to sacrifice his son Ismail to test his faith. As he was going to the place of sacrifice, Shaitan tried to tempt him to disobey Allah's command. The Prophet Abraham threw stones at Shaitan to keep him away. At the place of sacrifice, God showed him a ram, which he was told to sacrifice instead of his son. Ever since, this has been the symbol of the feast of the sacrifice, Eid al-Adha in Arabic. The sacrificed animal, the Qurban, must be shared with the poor. The Quran says, "It is neither their meat nor their blood that reach Allah, but is piety from you that reach Him." As living things have a spirit, so do people's deeds. The spirit of our actions is our consciousness. The Qurban is given to man as a teaching. O man, do not cling to this life. There is a fine line between owning fortune and belonging to it.
la ultima aruncare cu pietrele. Asta trează de aici. Sunt fericit că am ajuns să fac și pe asta. Alhamdulillah, ultima aruncare cu pietrele. Da. Fiind musulman convertit, nu știam de fapt ce se întâmplă cu aici. Altfel nu înțelegeam foarte bine, sincer să fiu, până am ajuns acum aici, să am această experiență. Toate cele 3 zile de aici trebuie să vii să arunci cu piatră și să dormi în corturi. Ceea ce, nu știu, ne ajută să reflectăm mai bine la ceea ce suntem și la valorile vieții și la ceea ce avem. Și nu știu, mă simt mult mai mulțumitor și mult mai... și pot să zic că apreciez mult mai mult tot ceea ce am acasă și oamenii pe care am în jurul meu. Aia, și acum, selfie time! Wafa!
Thank you all for watching
Hello.
this.
Hey.
Please like, share and subscribe to not miss the next episodes. May divine peace and love be upon you all.